kids, it was like, oh, this is not good. And then I adjusted to that, and now it's like, I'd like to sleep in till 9 or 10 o'clock, just once or twice a month. That'd be really cool.
Do like me, just sleep at the council meetings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think they'd go over too well.
Council, if the meetings go late, my body's used to.
Mayor, he wants to talk about, right, he came down today, took. So. Oh, here. Don't worry, here's a pre-press glass for the next time you have an eclipse. You should live long enough. I'll save it up in my drawer. Just put it in your drawer. It'll be here. By the way, Lisa, don't ever open it.
They say don't use 3 years.
I'll bet James do a lot of money. You see Jamaica still in there?
Really? They, oh, that's a good idea, because everybody's going, what do we do with the glasses? That's kind of cool.
Great idea. I like that.
Hey, did you ask about the pinwheels? I can do that? Okay. All right. Maybe I'll throw some lights out too.
Tell that that's an old Brad told.
You want to put the turnip blue again for prevention of child abuse?
So the next meeting should be.
Okay, so
When is that?
April to May 1st.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You know, there's no word on here, so we can't actually like compose things or anything. It's kind of useless other than this.
Penny is. I mean, why should he be in?
So Nicole did talk.
Sorry this happened, they apologize, this shouldn't have happened.
How about if I send him a letter?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he was here just a little bit ago.
as for tissue, we gave him some tissue.
He was planning on making a stink today.
I'll send him.
Yeah, he keeps coming back.
Send letter to, I will.
When's your?
This thing's on again.
June 18th. I don't know that we have a meeting that week.
See, my little mouse pad came in.
Okay, come on.
Really cute.
It's
There's a pink thing. It's turned off, right?
Come on. We'll be there, operator. It's our 40th anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Then we give you the
It's at,
pre-press guy's
no,
number
it's
two.
at Grand Traverse.
Because he probably.
They did.
Why can't
They
they
did.
pick the higher in downtown Detroit?
Oh, they did.
Maybe not in this area.
I'll send you Bill's number, Mayor, and.
We are ready to start our council meeting. I'll ask everybody to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, with
Nation from Louis Montgomery here. I guess it's next. Let's have a, if we could all just remember, let's just keep Tracy in our prayers. Thank you. If we could have a roll call?
Councilpersons Bear,
Here.
Dupre is not here. Ross? Here. Salcido?
Here.
Soar?
Yeah, here.
Tobin?
Here.
And Mayor Higgins.
Here. Not a whole lot going on this week. I do want to remind everybody that Skate Company is getting ready to do the ice show. And I'm sure somebody will have the dates for me. I don't have my information with me right on hand. but they have ads for their books going right now, and they'd like everybody to let everybody know the skate company and the skate show is coming up. And I'll tell you right now, it is always the best skate show downriver, bar none. So everybody of that. I will remind everybody that the cleanup creek, the Ecorse Creek has begun. If you happen to see some small helicopters flying over, don't panic. They're taking pictures of the creek so that they know exactly where everything is at. It's all going to be safe, all good. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get cleaned. And we have a couple of proclamations I'd like to give out this week. I'm going to ask the clerk to read them.
Disorder, ASD, is a developmental disability that can cause significant social, communication, and behavioral challenges and is the fastest growing developmental disorder, with more than 5 million Americans living with an ASD and about 1 in 54 diagnosed with ASD, and where people with ASD often have problems with social, emotional, and communication skills. Many people with ASD also have to things. Signs of ASD early childhood and typically last in life, whereas during April we strive to promote autism awareness, inclusion, and self-determination for all, and assure that each person with ASD is provided an opportunity to achieve the highest possible quality of life. Now, therefore, I, Michael Higgins, do hereby proclaim the month of April to be Designated Acceptance Month and urge our unity in creating awareness and acceptance.
I'd like to point out that mixed with these kids and with autism, and they're always have start selling. They have a resale shop there. I suggest everybody to stop by, pick something up. It goes back to the kids, goes back to the community, and, just good thing. And now we have a second proclamation.
Whereas the Blue Ribbon and Wearing Blue on Mondays advises more than 2 million children who are reported to Child Protective Services each year as being abused or neglected throughout the United States. And whereas both statewide and nationally, child abuse is one of the nation's most serious public problems, with scientific studies documenting between the abuse and neglect of children and a wide range of medical, emotional, psychological, and behavioral disorders such as depression, alcoholism, drug abuse, severe obesity, and juvenile delinquency. And whereas each year in Michigan, tens of thousands of children are impacted by child abuse and neglect, which can contribute to experiences that can have profound, lifelong negative impacts on their lives. And whereas affect child abuse prevention activities succeed, support in times of need, family resiliency, social connections, social and emotional competence of children, and knowledge of parenting, child development, achieve healthy and thriving families and children. And whereas communities must make every effort to promote programs and activities that create strong and thriving children and families, we acknowledge that we must work together as a community to increase awareness about child abuse and contribute to promoting the social and emotional well-being of children and families in a safe, stable, and nurturing environment. And prevention remains the best defense for our children and families. Now, therefore, I, Michael Higgins, do hereby proclaim the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in Michigan, and urge all citizens to recognize this month by dedicating ourselves to the task of improving the quality of life for all children and families.
This is something that the exchange rate deal on this particular over time, and that's why I'm going to give this proclamation to the Exchange Club so that they can have it. And also, they have agreed they're going to turn City Hall blue so that everybody will be reminded exactly what this month is about. And as a member of one of their fine members, Maureen Tobin, will you deliver that for me?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. With that, we will, we have something that we had an early meeting on. Today it was about a new city manager. I'm very happy to announce that we have somebody. We have found a candidate. We are ready to vote. And I would like to meet our new candidate, who will be our new city manager if this vote goes well. Do you have the,
I do. It should be the last item on the agenda.
I was going to move it up
do it
front because I
first?
think that,
Well, hang on a second while I pull it out.
I think it's
then.
important that we move her in front. There we go.
There we go. Okay,
Okay.
let me read it.
Whereas the mayor and the city council have reviewed the applications and position of city manager, and whereas the circumstances,
Concurrence.
I'm sorry, I have to put my glasses on. Concurrence of the council, the city acting manager, Lisa, has been officially offered the position of city manager. And now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the city clerk be authorized to sign the agreement to appoint Lisa Griggs as the city manager of Lincoln Park.
I'll move.
I'll support.
Councilperson
Yes.
Tobin,
Yes.
Bear,
Yes.
Salcido.
Yes.
Soar,
Yes.
and Mayor Higgins.
Yes. We want to congratulate you, Lisa.
Congratulations, Lisa.
Thank you.
And I feel that it's very important that I point this out, that we are making history here tonight. Lisa will be the first official female city manager for the city of Lincoln Park.
You go, girl.
I'll just say a quick word. I want to thank Mayor and Council very much for putting your trust in me, and I will work very hard to do a good job for you, and I look forward to working with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Result, the following items listed on agenda be approved as presented to the mayor and council. Approved minutes for the meeting from March 25th, 2024. Approved accounts payable. Attend the training for the city clerk. Solicit bids for a janitorial service for the police department. Schedule a study session for the advocacy committee. Schedule a public hearing for the Lincoln Park DR grant, the CBDG DR grant.
I'll move.
I'll support.
Councilpersons Ross,
Yes.
Tobin,
Yes.
Bear,
Yes.
Salcido.
Yes.
Soar, and Mayor Higgins.
Yes.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Farther, more. Keep going.
We need to find a way to put a pink slip in this so we can know where the middle is.
Janitorial services.
There we go.
Consent. Okay, one more. Here you go. There you go.
To the chair,
Yes.
can I ask for a point of clarification on something we just voted on for the consent agenda, to maybe say what they are, everyone may not be aware of?
It is
Disaster relief.
disaster relief. Yeah, I actually wrote that down on my paper sheet so that I would remember, and then we're using the computer.
Okay,
Okay.
especially Ben.
All right, this is, all right. Resolved that a special event permit number 2 be approved for the Lincoln Park Public Schools Education Foundation to be held in the city of Lincoln Park on June 8th, 2024 at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at and adjacent streets under the following conditions. The applicant shall be responsible for cleanup of all debris associated with the event surrounding the properties.
I'll move.
Support.
Councilpersons Ross?
Yes.
Tobin?
Resolved that the residents of the 700 block of Goal between Kings and Emmons be granted permission to have a block party on Saturday, May 25th, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. under the following conditions. The street will be barricaded at each end and closed to vehicle traffic. 2, that the party will be over at 9 p.m. or dusk, whichever comes first, and the street will open to traffic per recommendation of the department.
I'll move.
I'll support.
I will call for the vote.
Councilpersons Ross?
Yes.
Salcido? As such. And whereas in 1972, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas the healthy environment is the cornerstone of a thriving community and vigorous local economy. And whereas state and local communities can lead the way in taking steps to protect and preserve our natural resources by encouraging the planting and maintenance of trees with encouraging the protection of our vital natural resources. And whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide a habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and beautify our community. And whereas trees in our city increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. Now therefore be it resolved that the Lincoln Park Mayor and Council do hereby proclaim. Wish again?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, Mayor Higgins?
Yes.
Councilpersons Bear?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Salcido?
Yes.
Zor?
Yes.
And Tobin?
Yes.
Thank you.
Next up is the fire chief. He's eager running toward.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Award bid to paint the fire station. The Lincoln Park paint the exterior stucco of the station. The department received 10, ranged from 44,000 to 4,200. To read every bid. Our high bid was from StruTech Restoration LLC for $44,910.19, and the low bid was Z Painting for. The Lincoln Park Fire Department is requesting Mayor and Council to bid to Z Painting of Farmington, Michigan. Of the 10 bid, is the lowest best bid to paint the exterior stucco of the fire station. In 2025, the fire department will be celebrating a harvest to the citizens of Lincoln Park. The exterior portion of the building needs a facelift. This will prolong the life of the building and keep building upkeep to a minimum for years to come. The Lincoln Park Fire Department is requesting approximately 25 square foot go on the exterior of the fire station to be painted. To paint $3,200, the funds will come from Capital Improvement Account 401-001-983. It is recommended that the resolution to award bid to Z Painting of Farmington, Michigan to paint the exterior. Any questions?
I asked to, got to go through and first of the mayor and council award Z Painting of Farmington, Michigan to paint the exterior stucco of the Lincoln Park Fire Department as they are the lowest best qualified bidder that meets all the department's specifications. Be further resolved, funds to come from Capital Improvements Account 410-001-983.
I'll move.
I'll support.
Hearing no question, we call for a vote.
Council,
One second, I think Mr.
I did have a question. Painting of the bill, it's not gonna fall off in a year, correct?
No, no. Sure, actually, one of the contractors brought Williams to the station today, and I met him there, and we discussed what the process. They're gonna prep the stuck shit, seal it, caulk any areas that need to be caulked, and then paint it.
Thank you, sir.
Through the chair, Your Honor.
Yes.
Any sneak peek in 2025 on a celebration for your 100th anniversary? Anything you want to share with us?
So early planning stages, a bunch of are very involved. So we're trying to see what we're gonna do for the mid-year anniversary. Early stages yet.
Thank you.
Mr. Kazoo, if you could step up.
Can we, we
okay,
need to
okay,
call
well,
roll on this
all right,
first.
I guess.
Yes.
Soar,
Yes.
Tobin,
Yes.
and Mayor Higgins.
Yes.
The below are the three bids received. Key Construction Group, $10,400,499. Haney General Contracting, Inc., $12,975,000 even. Z Contracting, $16,995,000 even. Based on the outcome of the bids and reviews made by the city, Hennessy Engineers, and Fishbeck, it is recommended that the award of the Lincoln and Emmons pump dollars covered with or under ARP money grant funding. Recommendation is to award that to, or it is recommended that the mayor, city council award the Lincoln and M Street Pump Station Improvement Project to Key Construction Group. Attached, I put together a recommendation. Be it further resolved that the mayor and city council award the Lincoln and Emmons Pump Station Improvement Project to Key Construction Group. Be it further resolved that the total cost of the project would be $11,440,000, which includes a 10% contingency and is covered 100% of under the ARP grant funding account number to be determined by either the new city manager or the finance director.
I'll move.
I'll support.
Any questions?
I have to ask, that the bids were wildly different. Can you explain that? Any thoughts on that?
I've got thoughts on it. Whether or not my explanation will satisfy your question, I'm not sure, but I'm going to offer it anyways. A lot of it depends on how hungry these contractors are for the work. A contractor that has more work on the books may just simply throw a number up against the wall to see if it sticks. And if he gets his exorbitantly high number, he'll figure out how to manage it and build it. Those that are a little bit more hungry, don't have a lot of work on the books, they'll try to sharpen their pencils and see if they can get a bit better number. We thought the same thing. We interviewed Key Construction, and they answered all of our questions. We hit them with scenarios of what if, what if, what if, and what if, and they had the answers for all of that. So based on that, that's why we're awarding it to Key Construction.
Have we worked with Key Construction in the past?
I have not, but the Hennessy Group and the Fishback Group have, and they've had good performance from them and out of them.
Okay,
Through the chair.
yes.
John, do we have an expected start date?
Not exactly, and the only reason is that's predicated on tonight's award, and then they have to go through and exercise getting their insurance and their bonding paperwork, they will execute the contracts, get them back to us, mayor and clerk will execute them, then after that, there would be a pre-construction meeting. So I'm gonna guess probably in 2 months, and that's all it is a guess.
Thank you.
To the chair,
Yes.
John, I'm just wondering, what would you consider the difference from from the word improvement and rebuilding? Or are they?
To me, they're synonymous for the same thing, because
What are
it's
they?
not a total removal and replacement, no, it is not.
Okay.
To the chair,
Absolutely.
it is not a rebuild?
It is a rebuild. It is not a total removal and replacement. It is not a total removal and replacement. We're modifying what we have and replacing key.
Mr. Chair.
Is it this a mitten? Did you go through bids on this?
Yes, we went through Mitten and we went through the Dodge reports and 3 or 4 other agencies that handle stuff like this.
And Key Construction has done this before, and
Yes, they have. And they are presently working on another plant that Fishbeck got oversight of. And for your information, Fishbeck is Hennessy consultant on station work, and they've been doing all the pump station, or let's say all the sanitary work in the cities for probably about the last 8 years.
It's
They both are.
So when it's not a complete replace, it's repair. So what will be left of the old building? Is it just the building itself, or?
No, there'll be key components of modifying the building, and I'll give you an example. These buildings, and I don't remember exactly, but I think one is approximately 100 years old, and I think the other one's 102 years old. Back then, they didn't have the safety issues that they do now. You have your air when you go down into the well. They didn't have stuff like that. Back then, I have no idea what they did 102 years ago, but they mustn't well fix something in the bottom of the wet well.
All right.
But all that has to be compliant with today's standards.
Fair. Okay. Any other questions?
Yeah. So, are we going to be upgrading the equipment that's in there?
Yes,
The
ma'am.
generator, the switches,
Well, let's put it this way, to be replacing and updating the generators. The generators we have now are quite old. We also have inside of the generator, just like we've got at the retention basin or the DPS presently. That way we don't have to have so much diesel fuel on the site and in the tank. Because diesel fuel, I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but with age, diesel fuel deteriorates. To clean it, replace it, or put additives in it. Then the other thing, the pumps that we presently have, they will be also replaced. All the electrical components will be replaced. A lot of safety equipment will be installed.
the control panels and that will be
Yes.
upgraded and replaced. So, just for training purposes and everything, that people will know, say where shut-off valves are and resets and all that will be all in there. So we're not gonna, when this is all done, everybody will be trained to know every function that's happening inside these pump houses.
No, just people, the DPS
The
and
DPS.
Spitfire Department.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I hear.
And with that, we will call for the vote.
Councilpersons Ross, Bear,
Yes.
Salcido,
Yes.
Tobin,
Yes.
and Mayor Higgins.
Yes.
Thank you, Mayor and Council.
Thank you.
With that, I present you with our new city manager and her very first report.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of things I want to touch on. I'm sure John will talk about this later, but yard waste pick, and then a couple of items that were not, the electronic sign replacements, been working with Dennis and Ashley on that. So a resolution will be coming to council at the next meeting to get permission to go further with that. How we fund those are the one on the field, no repair parts any longer for it. So looking at the one at the community center and then possibly at the band shop, something with that will depend on the funding. Council. And then we've been working on budget preparation. The budget is nearly complete. Been meeting with the departments, going through my requests. So at the next meeting, I'll be setting this for the budget as well as the public hearing. And that's all I have for you.
Have any questions for the city manager?
Through the chair, Your Honor, I ask this every week. The Sears property, Ms. Griggs, how's that coming along?
So my understanding, they have applied for their demolition permit to move on to the next phase. Correct, John?
To the chair, I have gotten a couple of questions owners on Southfield about the current work of bridge. Do we have any update on when completion may be happening?
John?
Right now, Mayor and Council is November.
Can you step up to them? I'll be up there anyway, so.
It's scheduled in November of their.
And that the one Downsville, not free, correct?
That is the one that is on Southfield at the Horse Creek. That is correct.
You said November?
November of '24.
And that's
It was delayed, but I believe it was April of this year.
thank you.
If I may make a comment, that's probably one of the better jobs that's going in our city. Every 2 weeks, there's a report. The gentleman that's in charge of it is on top of everything, provides information if you want to see it. It's very well run.
Progress meetings.
Okay. Well, then, since you're already up there, I will let everybody that hadn't seen, it's here too, to a report. They had a family issue, so he couldn't make it in tonight. He says if there's any questions, please let him know. And, John?
And to add on to what the mayor just said, they did send out quite a lengthy report on every work.
Going line by line.
Not. It's quite a lengthy report. But if you'd like to, you could, no. My report covers what the deed is done between December and the end of March. It's a 4-month report. Some things have changed. For an example, the first item, roads. The past week, the DPS went out and swept the streets for the spring season, let's call it. They put down 100, they've addressed 75 work orders for coal patching, 160 tons. Spray patching, we put in 243 tons, but that was last fall. They repaired 30 street signs, 65, or they repaired street signs of 30. Salt purchase for the snow event was 10 tons. Water main breaks, 25 year to date. Last year, for all of last year, we had 250. So far, we're only down to, or we are down to 25, which is good. And also keep in mind that shortly, we're going to replace additional water work. And then shortly, probably second water main body. And then next year, there will be a third water main bid cover this body. All the water main replacement. Water services repaired 40, hydrants flushed 142, backhoe purchased for water main 80 tons, sand purchased for water main breaks 200 tons. That's product that we'll have to rebuy as our water main and water loss diminishes. So that's cost savings right there. So those. We're still having a couple problems with some of them, but we're trying to address them as quickly as we can get those repaired. Motor pool, we paid Freza, who is helping out in our motor pool, approximately $163,000. Full-time employee, our first time, our singular mechanic has come back from a previous injury. Also pretty, but last year, couldn't get anybody to come and look at it too. It's a flip TV. I don't know if I take anything to a dealership repaired. It's very difficult getting parts, let alone because we've used up what we had in the present budget. And what we're going to try to do is we're trying to set up a plan on how to best get the maximum trimming or the better bang for our buck in the community. We're open to ideas. There's going to be a meeting this Wednesday for that same thing. We've got 140 trees to be evaluated. 60 trees are presently on our removal list, and 65 trees are on the trim list. And that's everything I have. Does anybody have any questions?
Through the chair, Your Honor.
Yes.
John, you mentioned the rain event in late January. Do you have any updates on that rain event that we can let the residents know?
No, sir, I do not.
All right, also, the Goddard Avenue, the very last house, there's a road, a little street called Ford Line, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And I know there was some work done recently. I was there on Sunday prior to the rain, and there's two big puddles. Do you have a plan for that resident?
Kind of, but kind of not. And let me tell you what we found. As you recall, that citizen said that once it was regraded, the water was getting worse. Well, we hadn't had any rain, we hadn't had any snow. The water should have been getting worse. Look through our plans, we didn't have a water main over there. But in talking to City of Allen Park, coincidentally, I had looked at some as-built drawings that we had from Detroit Water and Sewer Department, and there was a water main going back to, I'm going to call it the Allen Park Retention Basin. So we asked Allen Park to check their water main. What they did find, or what we found, but they verified, there is a water connection between Allen Park and Lincoln Park that's locked down. It's not on the drawings that I got from Detroit Water and Sewer Department. They're not on Lincoln Park's drawings, but they are on Allen Park's drawings. And in my ask last week, they're supposed to come out to try to repair that. And we believe that's where the leak was coming from. But before I let the homeowner know, I just wanted to verify, were you guys able to correct that or fix it? Yes or no question. And if the answer is no, where are you going next with it?
Thank you very much, John.
Do you know how many current cold patch works be standing out?
No, I did not check that before I came in today. It was out last week.
Okay, thank you.
Through the chair?
Yes.
John, excuse me. I know that we've talked before about the spray patching work that last year,
Yep.
and that there's a warranty on
They
it.
that will come back, but will not be until July 1, and they will touch the previous streets that they did. They will touch all up, yes.
So they will go through them? or
They
do
will
we-
at no cost to us.
Okay, because I was going to you was to make sure that one goes back and looks and sees what needs to be redone.
Yeah, they would do that.
Okay, thank
But
you.
again, that won't be until after July 1.
Okay.
Any other questions? Perfect, I love
Can I
the
make a
plan.
comment? I just wanted to say, I appreciate that you fixed all the flags on Southfield and Ford Street. I appreciated the work that's been done around the parks. I know everybody beat you up a lot, but I want you to know that I see everything that the DPS is doing lately. And I appreciate everything that they are doing, from picking up trash to whatever. They've been doing a lot of work.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, with that, then we were going to go on, ask if there's anybody in the
Thank you.
audience, anything they'd like to approach council. Step on up.
My name is Harry Carpenter from the Turning Point Clubhouse, and I want to get some flyers out. We having a meeting with the advisory board that we have. We'd like to share that out with the councilmen and with the mayors, and we have some newsletters I'd like to give to y'all.
If you could hand them off to Jason, he could
Okay.
distribute them for us.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And can I have a picture like we did the last time?
Absolutely.
Does somebody got a
Chief, do you have a phone? Would you take a picture by any chance? Can you come up and take a picture? He's got. Thanks.
Oh, that's it?
let's see.
This one down too.
There wasn't enough. Just have to glance at it. Jerry, stand so the computers don't get in the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anybody else who would like to address this body? Come on up. And we'd like to thank everything the Turning Point does for our city, and what you do in that club is amazing. Just thank you.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council members. I'm Patricia Thompson. I was here a couple weeks ago and from the Downriver Christian Center. We were executing a community development block grant with giving out bags for people that are homeless or home challenged and low income. And I just wanted to come back in and touch base with you and let you know that we've continued to make quite a bit of progress. And we've been passing out bags and meeting the needs. There's so many people that are in need. And we just really want to thank you for, allowing us to be able to serve and be able to be part of that grant. So we appreciate it. And just wanted to update you and let you know that we have turned in our reporting too. So we want to thank you very much. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you for all you do. Is there anybody else who would like to address the body? Okay, with that, we will go on to council report. I am going to say one thing quick. An earlier meeting, we asked the clerk to give us an update on the commissions, and she's given us the report. Here, it's in front of everybody tonight. So I just want to make sure everybody knows that he got it. And with that, I'll go to the council president, ask him if he has anything for.
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. First off, Lisa Griggs, thank you for stepping up. And as you said in your statement, you look so, I speak for myself, I future also, so good luck to you.
Thank you.
Also, obviously, as council, we promote businesses in Lincoln Park. One of the is, Lincoln hooked on that. I've been there last two weekends. The Tire Mall did a brake job on my car right there on New York and 4th Street. They saved me. I almost a near wreck. Sarco's also on Fort Park in Garfield. Another fine restaurant and supermarket there for any needs there if you want to eat. Also, Plaza Antiques and Collectibles on the corner of Dix in Champaign. I've been there like 2 times in the last month, and I just go through, my grandmother had that, my aunt had that, so I'm in the market for items, so I'll be heading there again slowly. Also, the ACO on 4th Street. I've been there several times, maybe too much. I hope everyone enjoyed the solar eclipse today. What a sight it was. And like next 1 years. I look forward to June 8th. I'm going to try it again. The Lincoln Schools Education Foundation 5K run and walk. I'll be participating. I encourage my council members to step up, and this is a good cause for our school. And that's all I have, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right. We'll move on to Maureen.
Let's see. Well, the Education Foundation dinner is April 24th. You can get tickets by emailing lpsef.com. The tickets are $35, and it's just a great cause. There's raffle baskets, 50/50s, entertainment, dinner, drinks. It's just a really fun night. I hope you guys will come out and attend. It's really a lot of fun. The Historical Society dinner is April 25th, the next night. There's dinner, refreshments, there's raffles. Johnny and Darren will be playing music for us, and Bill Morrison is our guest that night, so that's another fun event to come out to. What else we have coming up? The Comic Collectors Con is April 8th and 9th at the high school. June. I'm sorry, June. I got ahead of myself. The Memorial Day Parade is May 19th. So please come out. It starts at 1 o'clock. If you're interested in being in the parade, please email Michael Higgins1@gmail.com or contact anybody in Hands of the City. They can get you out an application to be in the parade. And Skate Company, one of my absolute favorite events of the year, is May 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Date, remember, just in case? We do not. Okay. So come rain or shine? Okay. And that, again, is April the 20th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Registration begins at 9:45 at the Kennedy Memorial Building. So if you can, come on out and lend a hand. And then, again, the reminder for the Society's annual fundraising dinner. Reservations are required, and you have until April the 20th. There are still plenty of tickets available. They are $15 for members of the society, and non-members are $20. And then just a couple more dates from the museum. Saturday, April 4th, from 10 to 1 will be the museum's ground cleanup. Wednesday, April the 8th at 7 p.m. is the Incredible Journey to Midnight. That's the evening program presentation.
You're saying April.
Today's April.
I'm sorry, May. Wednesday, May 8th at 7 p.m. That's the story of the Underground Railroad in Detroit. And then the bell ringing ceremony, Saturday, May 18th at 12 noon at the museum. Did
you say an April 4th date by accident?
Yes.
Did I say
Yes, you
April
did.
4th? I'm sorry, Saturday, May 4th from 10 to 1 is the museum ground cleanup.
Okay.
Sorry.
I just want to make sure.
Okay. And I know that the Parks and Rec have updated they've been keeping up their webpage. So if you look on there, you're going to find a lot of nice things coming up. They've already set up cleanup dates for the summer. So check those out. The first one is May 18th. There'll be one June 15th, another one July 27th, and August 17th. So hopefully you can make one of them, or all of them. And I think that's it.
Councilman Bear?
Hi, I just wanted to mention an event that is coming up pretty quickly, and that would be our annual Cinco de Mayo Festival on Saturday, April 27th, hosted by our DDA. They always do a great job with that. It's on Fort Street, just behind the Park Restaurant. I hope a lot of our citizens can come out and enjoy that. I certainly enjoy going out there every year for that. And that's all I have. Thank you and good night.
Councilman Zor?
Yeah, just a few departments that I wanted to say. I've been out and about in the city. I see our fire department working all the time. I see our police department going above and beyond all the time. And I truly appreciate the traffic control that they do on River Drive and before and after. The Parks and Rec, I've seen things going on with the parks. I've seen the cleanup. I truly appreciate everything that is going on. Of course, with you, Mr. Myers, the meetings that you've been holding, the information that you're giving to the citizens, truly appreciate that. It's well done. And if there's more I can do to help with that, I'd truly be more than happy to help with that. Our high school is having, our school system has a millage coming up. And it's not, I just want to let you know, there's actually 2 millages coming up. And they're asking for support on that. Turning Point, I've been there, truly appreciate what they're doing. With that, I've been just busy, just going around the city and seeing everything that's being done. Congratulations, Lisa.
Allergies. I got it.
You got butter?
I'm fine. Clear.
Okay.
And we
that
will
time of
move for
year?
an adjournment.
Support.
Councilperson Salcido?
Yes.
Zor?
Yes.
Bear?
Yes.
Ross?
Yes.
Tobin?
Yes.
And Mayor Higgins.